No.
Today, I was going to teach you how to do the perfect smoky eye, or how to jack your hair to Jesus, but instead, I decided to teach you another important Southern tradition: fishing. Girls, this is a skill that is just as important to know as checking your oil or tire pressure. Guys, do you want to go fishing with your buddies, but you're too embarrassed because you'd have to ask for their help, and your mom can't come to do it for you? Well, listen up. Today I'm going to teach you how to bait a hook using tried and traditional lures of worms, chicken livers, and blood bait. Oh, don't worry, your hands will wash. So go dig out your fishing pole and let's get ready to hit the river. If you want to catch a fish, you need a worm. Most fish eat worms. These are great for when you just want to sit alongside the bank and cast your hook and see what bites. What you're going to do is you're going to pick you out a worm and you're going to get your fishing pole. Now, you can't put this whole worm on this little teeny tiny hook. So what you're going to have to do is get your hook ready by unhooking it off the loop, and then you're going to take your worm and you're just going to tear off a little quarter of it. After you have your little section of worm, you're going to hold your hook, careful not to get your finger, and it's like you're going to be sewing or stitching up something. You're going to take it, you're going to put it through the worm, and just continue threading it through. The rivers around here are filled with fish called perch. Most perch love worms. Also, we have a lot of bass. Worms are great to catch bass with. So remember, if you want to catch a fish, use a worm. The next bait we're going to talk about today is chicken livers. Some people like to fry these and eat these. No way. When you say chicken livers to me, I immediately think catfishing. Catfish are big, stinky scavengers that like to live in deep water, under rocks, and close to things like dams or other structures that are under the water. Like I said, they are scavengers. The deader and stinkier, the better. If you have the ability to leave your chicken livers sit out for, a couple hours in the hot sun, they are going to be so putrid you can barely open the container. But they're going to work even better. So what you do is you pick you out a nice, slimy gob of meat. When I say they are nasty after they have sat out for a while, you have no idea. They might be a little bloody and slimy now. Once they've sat out, it is 10 times worse. But that's when they're the best. Now the hook I have on this pole is really too little to go catfishing with, but we'll make it work. It's still too big of a blob. So we're just going to keep tearing it until it is a workable piece. And we're going to do kind of like what we did with the worm. We're just going to take it and thread it through. See? It didn't stick. You got to get it deep into the tissue, but still have enough hook that when the fish bites, it's going to catch them. Go ahead and push it on up the line some and come back down for more. Just pop it through. And pinch off some more of that because it's still entirely too much. Thread it back through a little bit more. This is kind of heavy once you cast it, and you don't want it falling off in the water. Like I said, it's hard to get chicken livers to stay on your hook. You really got to work them. But trust me, once you catch that big catfish and skin it and fry it, it'll totally be worth it. And there you go, chicken livers. Another thing that catfish really like to eat is blood bait. Yeah. It's pretty much as gross as it sounds. Blood bait comes in this nice little jar, and it is basically dough and animal blood and stink. All the things that catfish love. When you go fishing with blood bait, you're going to take a little bit of it, and you're going to make a ball out of it. So get your hook ready. And just pinch you off a little bit like this. Roll it up into a ball. Then get your hook and thread it through the hook and kind of pinch the ball around it. I have more than enough on here for this little hook, but it would still work. This is another thing that once you cast the line out, you have to be careful that it stays on because it's heavy and could possibly fall off. And there you have it. You just learned how to bait a hook. It's not hard, is it? Ladies, get ready to impress the guys with your fishing familiarity. There will be no damsel in distress act for you. Guys, get ready to hit the river with your friends and not have to worry about mortifying yourself in the process. Fishing is a great leisurely pastime. There's something about sitting alongside the river that is soothing to the soul. Remember to always leave your area cleaner than what you found it, and be respectful to all the little critters. Happy fishing!